just jogging on the sand. And that's the sort of shot you'll get.
GoPro calls it the gimbal killer, and after using the Hero 7 Black for a week, I can confidently say for most people, it is.
Turn the camera around, and this is what it looks like when I'm jogging handheld.
Hypersmooth is what GoPro calls its stabilisation.
Stabilisation off in 4K. Stabilisation on in 4K.
In 4K 50p, it comes at a 10% crop penalty, but the lens is so wide it's worth it. Let's see how it handles these steps without Hypersmooth. It's a bumpy ride and the recording confirms it. Now let's turn on the stabilisation and try again. Looks pretty good going up, but check this out going downhill. That is impressive. Let's look again side by side and note that I'm just holding the camera with my fingers, making the Hypersmooth algorithm work even harder. In most smartphones you'll get this stabilisation at 1080p, but not at 4K. I stuck it directly to the body of this drone, and the only way I could fit it was sideways. I didn't make it easy. It was windy, had to fly sideways, and the drone was never rock solid during the test. I really had to speed my way through it. Having noted all that, I see great potential for mounting the Hero 7 Black to a small, powerful drone, and I'll be doing more on this for sure in the future, but the results are absolutely stunning, and the fact that there's no gimbal just makes it even more exciting. All this stability work by GoPro has led to the star feature of the Hero 7 Black, Time Warp. It's a moving time-lapse or hyperlapse that's been likened to a magic carpet ride, and at up to 30 times speed, it gives the impression of a low-level flight. It's a smarter way of recording a moving time-lapse. It works out what you're looking at longer and what's just part of the journey. Rather than stitching a bunch of stills together and risking a less than smooth outcome, Time Warp takes the pain out of a stabilised handheld time-lapse. Normally it takes a lot of planning, but here I am just walking down the beach. In fact, I've got another camera in the other hand to shoot what the GoPro is doing, so I'm not particularly paying too much attention to what I should be doing. But the result is still fantastic. You'll see a lot of these, no doubt.
GoPro's made some improvements to the audio as well. There's no external mic here. You're hearing what the Hero 7 Black is picking up. And we're in an open environment here at the Opera House in Sydney, and it appears to be doing a good job, but you better judge. But what about inside a car? This is where GoPros have always been used, and they've done a good job, but the audio pickup hasn't always been the best. A few weeks ago I shot this out in the Australian outback, and have a listen to the audio on an earlier GoPro model. Now it's packed full of safety features, but it's also quite a comfortable vehicle. That's the old. This is the new. Improved dynamic range in the Hero 7 Black. It means it's not as tinny as it used to be. And there's a new microphone membrane. That'll cut down on noises you might hear when you attach the camera to a bike or something else that's moving.
I absolutely love the Hero 7 Black, but it's not perfect.
That's hot. That's pretty hot to touch, so it's shut down.
And only wide field of view is supported in 4K. I want it tightened up a bit. The Hero 7 Black is available this week for $599 Australian, but although many phones can do similar things, they just can't handle the rough and tumble like a GoPro. I'll say it again, for most people this is a gimbal killer in the making, if not already, for its form factor.
But in the end it's about picture quality, and the GoPro Hero 7 Black is an outstanding camera. I thoroughly recommend it. I'm not sure if I'd bother with the silver and white models, because if you can save up a bit more, then the black is the only way to go.